Hey Cam, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. First, I want to thank you because you know you my boy. I want to thank you for allowing me to interview you today.
It's no problem. You know what I'm saying? I told you, whenever you need something, let me know. I'm always available.
That's the bet. Let's talk about Dead Battery. Your brand, CEO.
You already know, man. You already know.
When did you come up with Dead Battery?
I came up with Dead Berry my freshman year, actually. It was basically a message to myself to get out of my depression, basically. My freshman year was like pretty much my toughest year of college ever. Me losing my aunt, me trying to figure out about how I want to go about things, being in college away from home. I felt like I was losing my guidance, and I was surrounding myself with people I thought would charge me up, but instead was draining me out. So I felt like my biggest supporter, my biggest charter had passed away, and I didn't know how to keep myself charged up. So basically, I felt like a dead berry, and then I converted it to a brand because I want other people not to feel what I feel. I want them to, you know what I'm saying, keep themselves motivated, keep themselves charged up. Anything you want to go out there, go get it. Because I'm a living witness to things I didn't think I would achieve, and here we are. So that's the whole meaning of my dead berry, really.
You said that again. You want to stay charged up.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you go about starting your brand? Like, what was that process like for you?
It was quite difficult because at first it started as a poem, really addressing me. Then converted to a YouTube series because I wanted to highlight what college students go through on a daily basis, not only to me, because at the end of the day we all the same people, we all go through the same troubles. So no matter how it comes across, we all go through the same thing. So I want everybody to, you know what I'm saying, get out of it. You ain't supposed to stay in it. But then how I converted to a clothing line was one of my friends named Bella was like, hey, you should get some merch for the YouTube series. So I'm like, that sounds like a good idea because I get more people tuned in because the whole goal for me was I want everybody to see where I want to start, to see where it can impact somebody somehow, some way. So it ended up taking off to where I had so many people from different states was like, hey man, your hoodies, your shirts, beanies had me like motivated. I be having a bad day and I look at the hoodie and say, never lose charge. And man, I can't never lose charge because I didn't go get that job, didn't go get that girl, that boy.
So what was your biggest strategy when reaching out to people to buy your merch?
The one thing about me is that I always cater to the PV students first, no matter what, because these are people who I started with when Dead Barry started, so these people I'm finished with as well. So the whole thing with Dead Barry was I catered to the people who I started with, and then once I see other people wanting to chime in and get it, then that's something else that's be like, okay, that's live. I got other people from other states, countries, or whatever want to be like, hey man, I want to support your brand, I want to support the vision, support the message. So first, I started by just catering people who I started with. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much like Drake said, start from the bottom. So I catered people I started with. Then once other people started chiming in, then
This what's up. Can you tell me about something you learned along the way when running your own business and trying to balance school at the same time?
I'm glad you said that. The one thing I learned was you gotta have patience. Everything is not gonna happen overnight. Believe it or not, Dead Barry been around for about 2 years now, but it didn't start taking off to this past summer because of the whole supporting Black business movement and Black Lives Matter movement. So it's all about patience. You never know what's gonna be a time. You gotta trust God no matter what. That's why I live by the verse Mark 9:23. All things are possible to those who believe it. So once you believe that you can achieve different things and you can impact people in a positive way, God will bless you no matter what. So that's my way of doing it, pretty much, just staying positive and staying patient no matter what time. Because I feel like I seen other businesses like, man, they taking off, man, when's gonna be my time to shine? And you know what I'm saying? I stayed patient. I just kept working, and then the work paid off.
Do you plan to expand your business?
Of course, because I graduated this semester, so a lot of people ask me, hey, so is Dead Barry gonna end once you graduate? No, I'm not. I don't believe in starting something that it concludes once I graduate. My whole goal is to keep it going. So yes, I plan on expanding. I plan on having my ambassadors and friends who are still here to keep it going while I'm also in my career field and I'm in different states, cities, you know what I'm saying, passing out the message of Dead Barry.
Tell me about some of your products that you have.
Sure. So this right here is my OG beanie, the Never Lose Charge beanie, no charge. It's something I started for the winter collection. They come with different colors. You know, you have blue right here. I don't know if you see it. You also have pink for the ladies, and you know what I'm saying, men too. You have the red, And then you also have the black with the red because it symbolizes something that you never want to lose your charge as well. So, you know, it's just, this one is my favorite because it symbolizes how a phone hits red, but at the end of the day, you still don't lose no charge.
Okay, so we know you have a couple different lines and a couple different collections. So when it came to you dropping your collection, what was your first collection and how did you go about dropping the collection?
My very first collection was this is an original Dead Barry shirt. It just said literally just Dead on it. It was me, my friend Alex, and Azari. We was all in Brookside just making the shirts, selling for like $10 because we were trying to get our name out. So that was pretty much my first one. And then as this semester started going by, I started trying to figure like different ways. So I had like different colorways from black to pink, white, gray, just different colors like that. And then what got better was I was listening to Summer Walker, matter of fact, and I love how she said girls need love. So I was like, okay, so since she said girls need love, I feel like that people need charge. So I ended up releasing the girls need charge and boys need charge because that's what we need when we're going through some tough times. So that's how I ended up releasing that in different color fonts, and then went from there.
I remember when we were in class one day and I said, Cam, I want the girls need charge shirt. So I do remember this conversation and you were telling me about Summer Walker. So I'm glad that you paid attention on catering to just women. So when you do drop your lines mean more than just this is a blue hoodie. So when you do drop your lines mean more than just this is a blue hoodie or this is a red hoodie, like you mentioned with the red one. So when it comes to finding vendors you can trust, what does that process look like?
It can be quite difficult because they can say anything they want to say and it could be messed up. So what I go by that is I go and network with people. So I surround myself with other people who have other business as well, and by the grace of God, I was able to surround myself with people who I started with. They had their own business like Shaded and Anxiety, business like that. I knew since day one, and they helped me out. So what I do is I talk to them, communicate with them, see what they're going about their business, and then go from there. And then sometimes to be like a smart person with your business, what I do is I buy a big bulk of hoodies or beans or whatever sometimes. And then whoever ordered it can be made like that. Instead of you waiting like weeks to a month, you can only wait like a couple of days, then it'll be shipped out. So that's how you can save you some money and save you some time.
You dropping gems, which we need. When it comes to your brand, what was the most inspiring thing that led you within this whole process?
Oh man, it's a lot. I gotta say the biggest one was I had one girl on Snapchat me and said, man, your hoodie saved my life. Literally, like, she said I was going through some tough times. I felt like I was finna give up. And she said save my life. And it kind of made me like feel like a way because shoot, this brand saved my life. Even like freshman year, I went to end all and everything about this tattoo. That's what I'm saying. God have too much in store for me. So it's like I couldn't just end it all at 19. Now here, 3 years later, 22, doing it big with having everybody. I'm getting interviewed from multiple mental health awareness, donate money for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel warm that other people say the hoodie saved their life. And I remember another time was my cousin could afford one. And you know what I'm saying? That's family. So, you know, I'm always going to take care of family no matter what. And I gave her one of my hoodies. And she just had the brightest day of her life. Like, she literally cried. Like, she loved that hoodie so much. She said it brought so much to her that it basically saved her life too. So it's like once people tell me their story about it with hoodie, beanie, whatever, it makes me feel like I'm doing what God want me to do sometimes.
And you are one person at a time. Not only did you get yourself out the rut and be able to proceed, but you helping people along the way and they coming to you with their testimony. So I think that's pretty dope how you out here changing lives one person at a time. So
right here is my favorite. It's the breast cancer hoodie. So the one thing, like I said about Dead Battery, I'm show you the front of it. So it's right here. She got the breast cancer sign. You see it? And then the back of it is I let anybody, whoever wants to support
That's
me.
your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know